Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Pay-per-view feature out of the evening, brought to you by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Vegas, it's prime time! Across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, brown trunks with orange trim, El Orgulloso Guerrero de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He weighed in at 167 3/4 pounds, his 26th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned, the current, the reigning, defending, unified super middleweight champion of the world, introducing Saul Canelo Àlvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO lightweight world champion, the former undisputed super lightweight world champion, and the current undefeated, introducing Terence Bud Crawford. Once again, a referee in charge, Harvey Doc, now to give instructions.
Okay, box, received my instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Doc, a Mexican Independence Day weekend, and we will let the crowd provide the soundtrack as we await the opening bell. Of course, they go quiet as soon as I say it.
That won't last long, I can guarantee that one.
Huge Canelo Àlvarez make the defense of the lineal super middleweight crown. He
upstairs, and Crawford has.
One thing about Canelo that it is really tomorrow is he from he's a jab.
Yes.
Real
His defense is incredible. Of course, you keep Canelo from resetting his feet, then you have an jab from Canelo.
One thing about Canelo that it is really well tomorrow, he parries a jab.
Yes.
Real
His defense is incredible. And that close quarter that others were unable to do. Oh, there's a nice.
Was able to take a lot from those
From Canelo, he was able to. Canelo missed. He was able.
One thing about Canelo that it is really well tomorrow is he parries a jab. Real
His defense.
One thing about Canelo that it is really well tomorrow is he parries a jab. Real
Close quarter in round 2, 30 seconds left.
He parries a jab. Real
His defense is incredible.
One thing about Canelo that it is really well tomorrow is he parries a jab. Real
His defense is incredible. Close quarter.
From the second that opening bell rang, the entire arena shifted. The tension wasn't just in the air. It was in every heartbeat, every cheer, every flash of a camera. You could feel it in your chest like a drum. Canelo Àlvarez stepped forward the way he always does, calm, composed, and methodical. Not rushing, not wasting, calculating. Every step was like a statement. This is my ring. This is my weight class. He didn't waste time setting the tone. The first targets were the ribs, those signature Canelo body shots meant to test Crawford right away. A clear message. Welcome to super middleweight. And this is what it feels like. But Crawford didn't come just to look around. He glided across the canvas, light on his feet, pivoting into southpaw, flicking the jab like a blade, feinting with a kind of precision that made Canelo hesitate for just a fraction of a second. It was a battle of patience, nerves, and intent. By the time round 4 came, it wasn't just boxing anymore. It was high-speed chess, played with fists. Crawford's check hooks came out like booby traps, catching eyes and gasps from the crowd, while Canelo responded with thudding shots to the body that seemed to shake the ring itself. What made it special wasn't just the punches, it was a mutual respect. After landing big shots, both men smiled, not out of arrogance, but like two warriors recognizing that the other wasn't going anywhere. Midway through the fight, the pace changed. Crawford turned it up, stringing together fluid combinations from multiple angles, sneaking that right hand through like a thief in the night. Canelo absorbed it, walked forward, doubled his jab, and delivered counters that forced Crawford to reset. The fight wasn't just physical, it was psychological warfare. Every move was designed to make the other man second-guess himself. By round 8, both men carried the scars of war. Crawford's right eye swelling, Canelo's left side marked by a cut. And yet, neither stepped back. In the 9th, Crawford made the crowd gasp again, slipping a hook and delivering a brutal uppercut straight through the guard. The arena shook. But Canelo, unfazed, responded immediately. Buddy, upstairs. His answer was clear. If you hurt me, you're going to pay double. Then came the final round, and what unfolded was something you only see in legendary fights. No more moving, no more calculations. Just two champions standing their ground, trading in the center of the ring, throwing with everything they had left. The bell rang, and both raised their hands high. The crowd was divided, half screaming for Crawford's brilliance, half for Canelo's resilience. No matter which side you were on, everyone knew they had just witnessed a night that would live forever in boxing history. And that's the thing. What we just witnessed explains exactly why voices like Joe Rogan and countless analysts hype this matchup as if it's bigger than boxing itself. Rogan has called Crawford's ability to switch hit a kind of superpower, something bordering on the unbelievable. And is not wrong. Crawford changes stances smoother than most fighters change game plans. But this isn't fantasy. It isn't Marvel. Standing in front of him is Canelo Àlvarez, a man who rips body shots like overdue rent money, making opponents feel every ounce of leather deep in their bones. Crawford's brilliance is adaptability. He can set traps from orthodox or southpaw, cut angles that most fighters can't see coming. But against Canelo, that brilliance has to hold under pressure. Because Canelo doesn't just land punches, he invests in them. A single body shot from him can change the rhythm of a fight, make legs feel heavier, and turn confidence into doubt. That's what makes this clash so fascinating. One man known for dismantling opponents with skill, the other known for breaking them down with force. Carl Froch and others have hinted that maybe Canelo is closer to the sunset of his prime. But let's be honest, danger doesn't just vanish with age. Canelo is still one of the most dangerous men alive inside those ropes. Crawford may be the slick technician with sniper-like precision, but Canelo is the man who can read your whole playbook just by watching your stance. This isn't youth versus age. This is experience versus mastery. It's two surgeons working with knives sharper than steel. Whoever loses doesn't just walk away defeated. They walk away having been part of something unforgettable. And this isn't just another fight on a Saturday night. No, this is the kind of fight that transforms casual fans into diehard believers. This is the fight that has families gathering around TVs, friends turning into armchair analysts, and social media exploding with debates before the final scorecards even drop. Crawford has that quiet, almost menacing confidence, the kind of fighter who can smile in your face while taking control of the fight. Canelo has the ruthless patience of a man who will hand your lunch money back, but only after rearranging your ribs so you'll never forget him. To understand how he got here, you have to look back. Canelo's toughest nights weren't setbacks, they were stepping stones. Back in 2013, just 23 years old, he walked into the ring against Floyd Mayweather. The hype around Canelo was enormous, but Floyd wasn't there to validate potential, he was there to teach. And teach he did. Every trap Canelo tried to set, Mayweather had already escaped. Shoulder rolls, counters, footwork that seemed untouchable. It wasn't just a loss, it was a graduate course in boxing. Canelo walked out not humiliated, but enlightened, sharpened by the experience that would make him into the champion we see today. Fast forward to 2017, his first war with Gennady Golovkin. That fight wasn't just elite boxing. It was pure intensity disguised as skill. Golovkin marched forward like a stone statue come to life, while Canelo fought fire with fire. Slipping, countering, standing his ground, proving he wasn't just a flashy counterpuncher. The real victory wasn't on the scorecards, it was in the respect he earned. That night, Canelo showed he was more than talent. He was grit, he was steel, he was unbreakable. Crawford's path to greatness came in different ways. Against Egidius Kavaliauskas in 2019, what was supposed to be a routine night turned dangerous. Crawford got clipped, buzzed, and for a moment the world wondered if the script had flipped. But that's when Crawford revealed who he truly is. He flipped the switch, turned technical mastery into ruthless aggression, and walked through the storm like it was nothing. Then came Sean Porter in 2021. Porter's style is organized chaos, swarming, mauling, throwing punches from awkward angles. For 9 rounds, Crawford had to endure the storm. But that's his genius. He studies, he downloads, and when he's ready, he executes. By the 10th round, Crawford counters were razor sharp. He dropped Porter, smelled blood, and finished the fight. That wasn't just victory. It was proof that no matter the chaos, Crawford finds clarity. So who takes the crown? If Crawford stays slick, keeps switching stances, and controls distance, he can make Canelo look like he's chasing shadows. But if Canelo invests in the body, slows him down, and lands with that trademark power, then Crawford might be facing the hardest night of his career. This is as close to 50-50 as it gets. 2 masters, 2 legacies, 1 ring. Now it's on you. Who do you believe walks away with their hand raised? Does Crawford's skill set prove too much? Or does Canelo remind the world why he's the king of super middleweight?